Sunday morning. It's 10 o'clock here for me. I've been up a couple of hours and I thought, do you know what? I'll make another Mussels video because I made one at my work and I don't think it was really justified. It wasn't very detailed. It was kind of rushed and hurried. And I think this subject is very important, especially for people who are going along the lines of veganism. And this veganism nonsense, people, it's making humans more stupid. It's turned them into a cult mentality. This vegan stuff is fair enough. Veganism's good if you want to lose weight. If you're obese and you want to lose weight quick, go on a vegan diet for a few months. And once you get to a proper weight, then have a balanced diet. Meat, vegetables, bits in between. But this veganism rubbish, it's really, they're pushing it on their kids now. And I'll show you later on in the video, guys, how the kids are looking. The kids are looking like Ethiopians or Somalians. And this is in first world countries. And I've seen it when I was on holiday as well, the vegan family. Yeah, me and my son were waiting at the bus depot, and this vegan family gets off. And they're the typical vegan family, 3 starving kids, insatiated, dying for some nutrients. And you've got the 2 parents with the backpacks on. Come along now, come along. Who wants snacks? And they pull out the carrots. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. And the parents are like, and they just need something. So me, I'll have a wee bit about myself. I'm 36. I've gone up for 37 this year. I'm decent optimum level. I'm working beside guys who are 23, 24, 21, 22, like early 20s, mid 20s, and they can't keep up with me. They can't keep up with me. And I'm 36, coming on 37. What's my secret? Because I drink, I smoke. Well, the reason I can drink and smoke and do all the little vices is because I look after myself on the other side. I put good stuff into my body. I'm very conscious about what I eat. It's funny because I'm conscious and I do it subconsciously. It's like I don't go out my way to look for healthy stuff. It's just kind of subconscious in the back of my mind. And this, people, this is what I'm pushing right now. Mussels. These are pickled mussels, and they're only about £1. They're only about £1. And these guys here, packed with so many nutrients. You've got omega-3. There's more omega-3 in this than most foods, salmon, most fish, mussels. You've got B12. Now, mussels have more B12 than beef and salmon. And then you've got the iodine. And a lot of people don't realize iodine is an essential nutrient for your glands. And this is what keeps your metabolism balanced. As soon as your glands go out of check, your metabolism's all over the place. And this is how people are gaining weight, and they can't really keep their body at optimum levels. And they took the iodine out of salt. Everyone used to get iodine in their diet. You used to have it in your salt. But for some reason, they took the iodine out of salt. And I know why. The powers that be, they want everyone to be dumb. So, I used to be a guy that liked taking some supplements as well because my life was so hectic. I couldn't get all the nutrients I needed in a day. So I used to sometimes take creatine. And creatine's an element that's found in meat and steak. But I found I was getting cramps with the creatine. So now I just go up to the butchers and buy at least 2 or 3 bits of meat a week, or 2 pieces of meat a week. At least 1 piece of sirloin steak that's over 500 grams. So nowadays I'm eating a lot of butcher's meat, grass-fed meat, good meat, no supermarket meat. I'm eating a lot of mussels. This is 100 grams, and a recommended daily allowance is probably 2 jars of these a week. How you doing, Real Truth? Nice to see you, mate. I'm just showing the people. These mussels are really good. Fair enough, they don't look You don't look the part. They definitely don't look the part. But they're just like little meaty pickled onions. And you can go through a jar quite quickly. Look, these are nearly finished now. Before I started eating mussels every week, I was taking this stuff. It's Iodine 15. And you see, you put a couple of drops on your tongue or your chest. And fair enough, it's dark on this, but see when it hits your skin, it goes yellow, this stuff. And all you're doing when you're buying this stuff is you're supplying the big pharma companies. Because the big pharma companies, that's who's making all these little supplements. And the human body, we don't absorb supplements very well this way in the chemical form. We're better getting it through our foods. So you're always better eating mussels or order on Amazon iodized salt. Malaki Arawi says mussels are filters. Ain't clean, man. Depends how clean your sea is, mate. If you like the Bible offered some good advice. It says don't eat shellfish. That was in the days where if you got food poisoning, if anything, you were surely dead. You're surely dead. Nowadays, food poisoning isn't so much an issue. And these are pre-cooked. So that's me just on a jar in the time it took to tell you. Now we're going to go through some facts, people, about some iodine. Okay, I hope you can see this. They were good. Okay, people, iodine. Iodine is a chemical element with the symbol I and atomic number 53, the heaviest of the stable halogens. It exists as a lustrous purple-black, non-metallic solid at standard conditions that melts to the form of a deep violet liquid at 114 degrees Celsius and boils to a violet gas at 184 degrees Celsius. The element was discovered by French chemist Bernard Courtois in 1811. It was named 2 years later by Joseph Louis Gay Lussac from this property after the Greek word violet coloured. Iodine occurs in many oxidation states, including iodate, and the various periodate anions. It is the least abundant of the stable halogens, being the 61st most abundant element. It is the heaviest essential mineral nutrient. Iodine is essential in the synthesis of thyroid hormones. And this is what I was talking about, people. The thyroid's in your neck. Iodine deficiency affects about 2 billion people and is the leading preventable cause of intellectual disabilities, people. So when I say if you don't eat your iodine, you become, this is what the powers that be probably want. They want a society full of retards. So what's the best way? Pack them with fluoride and take away their iodine. So what do they mean by intellectual disability, should we say? Intellectual disability, ID, also known as general learning disability and mental retardation, is a generalized neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by significantly impaired intellectual and adaptive functioning. It is defined by an IQ under 70, in addition to deficits in 2 or more adaptive behaviors that affect everyday general living. One focused almost entirely on cognition. The definition now includes both a component relating to mental function and one relating to an individual's functional skills in their daily environment. As a result of this focus on the person's abilities in practice, a person with an unusually low IQ may still not be considered to have an intellectual disability. Intellectual disability is subdivided into syndromic intellectual disability, in which intellectual deficits associated with other medical and behavioural signs and symptoms are present, and non-syndromic intellectual disability, in which intellectual deficit appears without other abnormalities. Down syndrome and Fragile X syndrome are examples of syndromic intellectual disabilities. Intellectual disability affects about 2 to 3% of the general population. 75 to 90% of the affected people have mild intellectual disability. Non-syndromic or idiopathic cases account for 30 to 50% of these cases. About a quarter of cases are caused by a genetic disorder, and about 5% of cases are inherited from a person's parents. Cases of unknown cause affect about 95 million people as of 2013. So we have a world full of fucking retards, in other words. And I think it's because of their diet. And especially as European, we need our iodine, because we're the ones that kind of make this world function in a way. So we can't have a bunch of Europeans that are stupid. So eat your iodine. And anyway, this is the nutrient values in mussels. That's what we're just saying, the mussels that I've just ate. Right. Vitamin B12. So your recommended daily allowance for adult men in 100 grams. And this is 100 grams, people. I've just had 1,267% in my daily allowance of iodine. Folic acid, 18.5%. Iron, 67%. So I've already had over half of my iron that I need. Selenium, which is important as well, it's an important element, 68%. And here's the big one down here, iodine, 100%. Right, why are these important? Zinc helps process the carbohydrate, fat, and protein in the food we eat and assist with the healing of wounds. Vitamin B12 is important for the normal functioning of the brain and nervous system and plays a key role in the formation of red blood cells. Iron is key in making red blood cells that carry oxygen around the body. Iron deficiency can result in anemia. Selenium plays a key role in the human body's antioxidant defense system, preventing damage to cells and tissues. Did you know mussels contain over 9 times the amount of vitamins B12 than beef and nearly 5 times more than salmon? Did you know mussels contain nearly 3 times the amount of riboflavin than salmon and nearly twice that is found in chicken? Mussels contain over 8 times more iron than chicken. Rope-grown mussels have been described as the most sustainable source of omega-3s. What is omega-3? Omega-3 is a name for a type of fat found in oil-rich seafood. These fats cannot be made in the body, so a dietary supply is essential. What are the benefits of omega-3? The benefits are numerous and more are being found. Quite notably, they can help protect the heart and are believed to reduce the risks of developing some forms of cancers. Sorry, people. This is I'll leave the link in the description for these articles. But like I was saying, mussels and omega-3. Eating foods which are naturally rich in omega-3 remains the best way for health-conscious consumers to up their intake. Most species of shellfish are either rich or good sources. Mussels are a rich source. 100 grams of mussels represents 23% of your recommended weekly intake of omega-3. So they're low in fat, they're low in saturated fat, they're low in sugars, they're medium in salt, and 74 calories. 5 good reasons to include shellfish regularly in your diet. Shellfish provide proteins, vitamins, and minerals, are low in fat and wonderful source of omega-3 fatty acid. Contrary to the old wives' tale, eating shellfish does not raise blood cholesterol. 3. Shellfish are low in calories, which is perfect for weight loss. 4. Different shellfish have different health benefits, so to take the most of these, we should vary the types we eat. With over 30 UK species available to us, there's no excuse not to try something new. Good news for our taste buds and our health. A portion of shellfish constitutes one of your recommended 2 a week portions of seafood. So here's your recommended daily allowance for adult men and women. Protein, 22%, 27% for women. Vitamin A, there's no vitamin A. Vitamin E, 19%, 25%. Vitamin B1, vitamin B2, 27%. That's riboflavin. Niacin is 9%. Vitamin B6 is 6%. Sodium is 18%. Potassium is 9%. Phosphorus 44%, magnesium 8%, calcium 5%, potassium 9%, copper 18%, chloride 18%. So they're jam-packed, people, mussels. So like I said, either eat mussels or eat iodized salt. You need to get iodine more into your diet. So here it says iodine is a mineral that's important for good health. It's available in the US and an FDA-approved treatment and a supplement. So you've got these web pages pushing the supplements. Why do people take iodine? Iodine is essential for everyone. Supplements may be needed if you don't get enough in your diet, but most people in the US get enough iodine through their normal diet. So this is what they're telling you. It's all right. Most people get it through their normal diet. In other parts of the world, though, low iodine levels are a serious cause of health problems. In the US, pregnant women have a higher risk of low iodine levels. Low iodine raises the risk of developmental problems in babies. Iodine plays a key role in thyroid health. As a treatment, iodine helps with goiters, enlargements of the thyroid glands, and low thyroid hormone levels. After exposure to radiation, iodine can provide some protection against thyroid damage. Iodine may have other uses. There are some evidence it can be applied to the skin to help treat foot ulcers and related to diabetes. It may help protect against mouth irritation caused by chemotherapy. Also seems to help with fibrocystic breast change. That's a non-cancerous condition that happens to some women around the time of the period. Most people get more than enough iodine in their diets. 1 teaspoon of iodized salt contains 400 micrograms of iodine. That's more than twice as much as most adults need each day. So this site is kind of it's not very good because it's telling people what you need iodine, but on the other hand, it's kind of reassuring people that, oh, you're getting it in your diet, you're getting it in your salt, you're getting it. There's no need to worry about it. When really, just took it out of the salt, and hardly anyone eats seafood, especially crustaceans. For other uses of iodine for specific medical conditions, ask your doctor about the amount you need. Can you get iodine naturally from foods? Iodine is in many foods, especially the ones that come from the sea. Seaweed is an especially good source. Other seafood sources include, they throw in the sea the seaweed. And see, we've got tuna, sardines, salmon, lobster, and shrimp. No mention in mussels. And mussels, we've already seen, blows all these foods out of the water. Iodine is also in foods such as dairy products, grains, eggs, and vegetables. So, you've got sites like this that are kind of misleading. So how do you know you're iodine deficient? So here's 10 signs you're iodine deficiency. Iodine is an essential mineral commonly found in seafood. Your thyroid glands uses it to make thyroid hormones, which helps control growth, repair damaged cells, and support a healthy metabolism. Unfortunately, up to a third of people worldwide are at risk of iodine deficiency. Those at the highest risk include pregnant women, people who live in countries where there is very little iodine in the soil. This includes South Asia, Southeast Asia, New Zealand, and European countries. People who don't use iodized salt, people who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet. See, we're going to lead up to this vegan diet in a minute, guys. On the other hand, iodine deficiencies are rare in the US, where there are sufficient levels of the mineral in the food supply. An iodine deficiency can cause uncomfortable and even severe symptoms. They include swelling in the neck, pregnancy-related issues, weight gain, and learning difficulties. Its symptoms are very similar to those of hypothyroidism or low thyroid hormones. Since iodine is used to make thyroid hormones, an iodine deficiency means your body can't make enough of them, leading to hypothyroidism. Here are 10 signs and symptoms of iodine deficiency. Swelling in the neck. Swelling in the front of the neck is the most common symptoms of an iodine deficiency. This is called a goiter and occurs when the thyroid gland grows too big. The thyroid gland is a small butterfly-shaped gland in the front of your neck. It makes thyroid hormones upon receiving a signal from the thyroid-stimulating hormone TSH. When blood levels of TSH rise, the thyroid gland uses iodine to make thyroid hormones. However, when your body is low in iodine, it can't make enough of them. To compensate, the thyroid gland works harder to try and make more. This causes the cells to grow and multiply, eventually leading to goiter. Fortunately, most cases can be treated by increasing your iodine risk. However, if a goiter hasn't been treated for many years, it may cause permanent thyroid damage. Unexpected weight gain is another sign of an iodine deficiency. It may occur if the body does not have enough iodine to make thyroid hormones. This is because thyroid hormones help control the speed of your metabolism, which is a process by which your body converts food into energy and heat. Fatigue and weakness. This is where I started realizing. I started getting a bit fatigued and weak. And once I started upping my iodine, I was getting, because my lifestyle, I'm a removal man, I'm a family man, and I'm an explorer in this country, and I love to go on walks, and I burn a lot of energy. And I've realized once I started upping my iodine in my diet, I can go and go and go. Fatigue and weakness are also common symptoms of an iodine deficiency. In fact, some studies have found that nearly 80% of people with low thyroid hormone levels, which occur in cases of iodine deficiency, feel tired, sluggish, and weak. These symptoms occur because thyroid hormones help the body make energy. When thyroid hormone levels are low, the body can't make as much energy as it usually does. This may cause your energy levels to plummet and leave you feeling weak. In fact, a study in 2,456 people found that fatigue and weakness were the most common symptoms among those with low or slightly low thyroid hormone levels. Hair loss, guys. Hair loss. Thyroid hormones help control the growth of hair follicles. When your thyroid hormone levels are low, your hair follicles may stop regenerating. Over time, this may result in hair loss. For this reason, people with an iodine deficiency may also suffer from hair loss. One study in 700 people found that 30% of those with low thyroid hormone levels experience hair loss. However, other studies found that low thyroid hormone levels only seem to cause hair loss in those with a family history of hair loss. If you experience hair loss because of an iodine deficiency, getting enough of this mineral may help correct your thyroid hormone levels and stop hair loss. And this is probably why a lot of vegans are going bald. Even the women, their hair are falling out, it's going thin. Dry, flaky skin. Dry, flaky skin may affect people with an iodine deficiency. In fact, some studies have found that up to 77% of people with low thyroid hormone levels may experience dry, flaky skin. Thyroid hormones, which contain iodine, help your skin cells regenerate. When thyroid hormone levels are low, this regeneration doesn't occur as often, possibly leading to dry, flaky skin. Feeling colder than usual. Feeling cold is a common symptom of iodine deficiency. In fact, some studies have found that over 80% of people with low thyroid hormone levels may feel more sensitive to cold temperatures than usual. Since iodine is used to make thyroid hormones, an iodine deficiency can cause your thyroid hormone levels to plummet. Given that thyroid hormones help control the speed of your metabolism, low thyroid hormone levels may cause it to slow down. Changes in heart rate. Your heart rate is a measure of how many times your heart beats per minute. It may be affected by your iodine levels. Too little of this mineral could cause your heart to beat slower than usual, or too much of it could cause your heart to beat faster than usual. A severe iodine deficiency may cause an abnormally slow heart rate. This could make you feel weak, fatigued, dizzy, and possibly cause you to faint. Summary: an iodine deficiency may slow your heart rate, which may leave you feeling weak, fatigued, dizzy, and at risk of fainting. Trouble learning and remembering. An iodine deficiency may affect your ability to learn and remember. A study including over 1,000 adults found that those with higher thyroid hormone levels perform better on learning and memory tests compared to those with lower thyroid hormone levels. Thyroid hormones help your brain grow and develop. That's why an iodine deficiency, which is required to make thyroid hormones, can cause brain development. In fact, studies have found that the hippocampus, the part of the brain that controls long-term memory, appears to be smaller in people with low thyroid hormone levels. Summary: an iodine deficiency at any age may cause you to struggle to learn and remember things. One possible reason for this may be an underdeveloped brain. So you want to keep your brain sharp, iodine. Problems during pregnancy. Pregnant women are at high risk of iodine deficiency. This is because they need to consume enough to meet their own daily needs as well as the need of their growing baby. The increased demand for iodine continues throughout lactation as babies receive iodine through breast milk. Getting enough iodine is especially important for pregnant and breastfeeding women as they have higher needs. An iodine deficiency may cause severe side effects, especially for the baby, such as stunted growth and brain development. Heavy or irregular periods. Heavy and irregular menstrual bleeding may occur as a result of an iodine deficiency. Like most symptoms of iodine deficiency, this is also related to low levels of thyroid hormones, given that iodine is needed to make thyroid hormones. In one study, 68% of women with low thyroid hormones levels experience irregular menstrual cycles compared to only 12% of healthy women. Research also shows that women with low thyroid hormones levels experience more frequent menstrual cycles with heavy bleeding. This is because low thyroid hormone levels disrupt the signals of hormones that are involved in the menstrual cycle. So, summary: some women with an iodine deficiency may experience heavy or irregular periods. This is because low thyroid hormone levels may interfere with hormones that are involved with regulating the menstrual cycle. So here we've got sources of iodine. There are very good sources of iodine in the diet. This is one reason iodine deficiency is common worldwide. The recommendation daily intake is 150 micrograms per day. This amount should meet the needs of 97 to 98% of all healthy adults. However, pregnant women or breastfeeding women need more. Pregnant women need 220 micrograms daily, while lactating women need 290 micrograms daily. The foods below are excellent sources of iodine: seaweed, cod, yogurt, iodized salt, shrimp, egg, tuna, dried prunes, which have nothing on mussels. None of these 66% you've seen with mussels, it's like 1,000%. Seaweed is usually a great source of iodine, but this depends on where it came from. Seaweed from some countries, such as Japan, are rich in iodine. Smaller amounts of this mineral are found in a variety of foods like fish, shellfish, beef, chicken, lima, and pinto beans, milk, and other dairy products. The best way to get enough iodine is to add iodized salt to your meals. Half a teaspoon, 3 grams over the course of the day is enough to avoid a deficiency. If you think you have an iodine deficiency, it's best to consult your doctor. The bottom line: iodine deficiencies are very common, especially in Europe and third world countries, where the soil and food supplies are have low iodine levels. Your body uses iodine to make thyroid hormones. That's why an iodine deficiency can cause hypothyroidism, a condition in which the body can't make enough thyroid hormones. Luckily, deficiency is easy to prevent. Adding a dash of iodized salt to your main meal should help you to meet your requirements. If you think you have an iodine deficiency, it's best to talk to your doctor. They will check for visible signs of an iodine deficiency, like goiter, or take a urine sample. So, people, this leads me on to the vegans. And people, this is disturbing stuff. This is very fucking disturbing. And what's even more disturbing about it, it seems to be our governments are fucking encouraging this. So let's have a look at this little boy, this little vegan boy eating some oranges. Look at the look in his eyes. These big, massive eyes. These are the signs of malnutrition. And it's almost like the Ethiopians and Somalians in Africa. But this is first world countries. This is what vegan parents are doing to their fucking kids. It's disgusting and should be stopped. And you've got people here in the chat saying, "Oh my God, she is so cute. She's loving those oranges. You go, girl." It's a little boy, for fuck's sake. That is a little boy. Look at the way he's eating. That is unreal, people. That is unreal. And look, so we have here some pictures of third world Somalians, Ethiopians from these conflict countries, and then right at the far right, you've got the first world kids, and look at the eyes. Look at those eyes. It's the same sign of malnutrition, and this is what vegans are doing to their kids. And the thing is, these vegan parents, they never got it forced on them. They got to have a healthy lifestyle, eating fucking what they want, and then as they're adults, they got the choice to become vegans. But see, the vegan children right now, they've not got a choice. They're getting tortured. Here's another kid. Look at this kid. Look at the eyes on this kid. eating avocado. Look at the eyes. The wee guy's starving. The wee guy is absolutely starving. So this is a channel called Vegan Deterioration. I recommend people subscribe to see what really veganism is doing. And this is an ex-vegan girl. She's an ex-vegan girl, and she just looks and compares. And she says here that vegans will feel sorry for this cow. Oh, look at the poor cow. You can see its ribs. Look at the poor cow. Let's go and save the cow. Let's go and break into that farm and save the cow. They won't even save their own fucking kids. They won't even save their kids. These people are sick in the head. And it could be iodine deficiency. It's making them retarded. It must be making them retarded. But vegans will say, no, no, no. We take our supplements. We take our supplements. We fund Big Pharma. We fund all these big pharma companies like GlaxoSmithKline and Bayern that make all these fucking supplements. Veganism is a fucking cult, and it's cruelty on humans. And the worst of it is the children. Watching these children deteriorate like this. It's disgusting. And it's only a matter of time before one of these kids keel over and die. It's only a matter of time before one of these little kids keel over and die. You can't feed your kids on fucking oranges. That is disgusting. Give him a sausage roll. He's dying on a sausage roll. Anyway, people, like I said, I had to make this a more detailed video. I don't think I've done it justice at my work eating a jar of mussels without the information in front of me to show you how beneficial iodine is and how many people are deficient in iodine. And we need it, people. We need it to function as proper human beings at optimum levels. We need iodine. We need lots of these micronutrients. Anyway, before I go, I'm going to look at some of the chat. How yous all doing? So the first person in was Real Truth. They were saying, what's up? They're talking about clam. Malaki says mussels are filters, ain't clean, man. And this is like an old wives' tale as well. It's almost like the powers that be want us to think that way. If you're showing your screen, we can't see it. Careful, don't share link. Make sure URL is visible. Truth and love. I have iron deficiency as well as vitamins D and B. It affects my memory and makes me always feel tired. Says truth and love. Colette Whitney is in the house. Nice to see you, Colette. Hello there, Jed. Always well done with this content, jaw dropping stuff. But correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't. But eating red meat like beef can help with the iron. Yep. Eating red meat is good for your iron. But my point is that just that little portion, 100 grams of mussels, blows beef, salmon, it blows them all away when it comes to iodine. And omega-3 as well. Well, never realised how important iodine is for the body. Yep. Neither did I, guys. But we're not going to get taught this off the powers that be. We're not going to be taught this off the dietitians. They want to keep us in a cycle of being ill and running back to them for more tablets to help us. So Real Truth says, I never believed that veganism was better for you. I always thought it was that disinfo bullshit from the crumb side of YouTube. Yep. This is a great video and learning experience, bro. Thank you, Real Truth. This is, now and again, I like to have fun. I like to have a laugh and take the piss. But every now and again, there's something that gnaws in the back of my mind I think is really important. And I feel that I shouldn't just keep it to myself. I should share it with you guys. And look at me, guys. I'm 36. Again, 36, and the young guys can't keep up. And I put this down to my iodine, my mussels, my red meat from the butchers, grass-fed red meat. And you can still do your vices. You can still have an ice cream. You can still eat sweeties and crisps as long as you keep a balance. As long as you don't go too far on one side. And the same goes for all the keeping fit stuff. You need to balance it out. You can't just keep eating vegetables, and you need now and again you need something greasy, a nice fat pork pie, something like that. Yep. Truth and love. Very true. Anyway, people, hope you have a great Sunday. Go and have a fry up. Go and have a greasy fry up and forget all this diet stuff. Have a greasy fry up and enjoy your weekend, people. Take care. And cheers for coming out.